Alright, so today I thought that I would go over some accessories that I have been using over the past 6 months with my iPad Air 4 that I figured you guys would be interested in. Let's kick things off with the Apple Pencil. And this is the accessory that if I had to choose one accessory to keep out of everything on this table, it would definitely be this guy. And that's not really a fair comparison because these all serve different purposes, but regardless, I'd say that this is my most favorite / important accessory out of everything that I'm going to talk about today. So it's a fairly small stylus with a flat edge and a matte finish, and the flat edge just attaches onto your iPad like this. It's compatible with the iPad Air 4 and the iPad Pro 2018, 2020, and 2021 models. So the Apple Pencil has been super convenient from day-to-day use, especially school, since we're not getting physical handouts handed to us by our teachers because everything's online now. What I can do is I can open up the PDF handouts that are posted on Google Classroom, and I can just use the Apple Pencil and write directly onto them there. As for my other uses, I really like using it when I'm editing my videos. Just like to scroll through the timeline and stuff with the Apple Pencil rather than my finger. The battery life on the Apple Pencil is wild. I got I think 3 weeks of use on the Apple Pencil when I first got it before it discharged 1%. Also, a 30-second charge, I think, gives you 15 minutes of use. So I definitely recommend the Apple Pencil to anybody who plans on doing any sort of handwritten note-taking or drawing or annotating and stuff like this on their iPad. However, there are a couple alternatives like the Logitech crayon. There are a couple cheaper non-capacitive styli that are like this, so they do work with palm rejection and all. But I'd say that the one thing that the Apple Pencil has going for it is just the convenience factor of it being able to magnetically attach and charge on the side of your iPad. Next up is the Paperlike screen protector, and this is sort of what makes the Apple Pencil so useful for notes and drawing. It offers a rigid texture for the Apple Pencil to grip onto, so it doesn't slip as much like it does on the regular glass. And it sounds like paper too. So when you first put it on, you will notice a slight decrease in the quality of the iPad's display, but it does make up for it by reducing glare, which has been pretty useful. However, it also does make the colors look a tiny bit warmer. None of these are really big deals, but if you are doing lots of color accurate work, you might not want to get this. When it comes to not drawing or taking notes, it does somewhat enhance the experience by basically having no smudges. It's very hard to smudge this thing because it is a matte screen protector, so it doesn't get disgusting after touching it a lot, which is one of the best things about it. But it does get a bit gritty because since it is rough, it catches a bit more of that grit and dirt from your fingers. The price is the real bad part about it, I guess. It's about $40 US, and you can only get it in a 2-pack. Now, the case that I use is from ESR. It's a just front and back protection case, very similar to the Smart Folio, except it is like a fifth of the price. The one that I got originally had the Apple Pencil protection flap on it, so this was about 24 Canadian dollars, but I had to cut it off because it actually knocked off the Apple Pencil more times than it actually protected it from anything, and I think now I've jinxed it. They come in 2 versions, just the one with no Apple Pencil flap or the one with the flap, and it offers pretty good protection. I did actually drop the iPad once on this case. It fell flat forward, I think, and it protected the screen, which was great. It comes with 2 viewing positions, it comes with 2 positions, a viewing position, and then when you put it like this is like a note-taking position, I guess. The iPad attaches onto it through magnets, and since I do take my iPad out of its case quite a bit, this is super convenient. And yeah, if you do plan on having a light case and you don't really care too much about protection, but you want a couple viewing angles, then this is definitely a case that I'll recommend. Moving on to keyboards and mice, the main keyboard that I use a lot is this one. It's from Belkin. You can't buy it. It's from the Belkin Code iPad Air 2 case. When I stopped using the iPad Air 2, I just cut off the case part of the keyboard, and now I just use it with the iPad Air. And my mouse of choice is the Logitech M510. It's just a very standard mouse. You've got your 2 side buttons, powered by 2 AA batteries, and connects via a dongle. It's just very useful. I use it on my iPad whenever I feel like using a mouse. And next up is dongles. Since the iPad Air has transitioned to USB-C, there's a whole new world of accessories that have opened up to it, and dongles are sort of your key to that. So this one that I have is made by LC Dolida, and it's got 2 USB 3 ports, an SD card reader, and a TF card reader, which support transfer speeds of up to 95 megabytes per second, only one at a time though. And it's also got an HDMI port that supports up to 4K 30 FPS output. And it's been super useful since everything that I shoot on a camera is on an SD card. I just plop that in here and connect it to my iPad whenever I transfer files, and it is very fast. And it's also really compact, only about pocket size. It costs about $30 US, and there are plenty of these dongles and other adapters and stuff on the market, so yeah, I definitely recommend picking one of these up if you are interested. I will leave a link down below. And the final category that we are going to be covering is external storage. And since the iPad Air has very few and bad storage options, this is definitely one that's worth sticking around for. With USB-C opening up, there's an entire world of external hard drives and SSDs that you can get, but it is a bit confusing. So if you are going to be just backing up stuff, not really interacting with it much, just backing up photos, videos, and files, then I definitely recommend getting a hard drive or an external HDD. Because these are slower, which shouldn't really matter much if you're just backing up stuff. You're not really going to be moving it around a lot or editing off of them, so they are also cheaper, which is the way to go. But if you are going to be interacting with these drives a lot, frequently moving, transferring files, photos, and videos from place to place, and you are going to be editing photos and videos off of them, then external SSDs are the way to go, just because they are a lot faster. So the one that I have here is the SanDisk Extreme Pro 1TB SSD, and it's got 1,000 megabits per second, no, 1,000 megabytes per second read speeds, or 1 gigabyte per second read speeds. And that's actually faster than even the port on the iPad Air. This is only a 5 gigabit per second port, so that's about 625 megabytes per second. But this would be useful if you are getting the new iPad Pro with the Thunderbolt port. I mainly use this for backing up my videos, and I usually transfer B-roll onto it. This 1 terabyte option comes at about 200 Canadian dollars. Alright, hold up. I got the price completely wrong here. It's actually 230 US dollars and almost 250 Canadian dollars. But SanDisk also offers a 500 gigabyte option, a 2 terabyte option, and a 4 terabyte option. These are great. They're pocketable, super portable, super light. They do have a key ring, which I can't really see myself using. However, like I mentioned earlier, this is an entire world of external drives. Samsung themselves have, I think, the T5 and the T7, which are portable ones like this. SanDisk offers a couple other options as well. So everything that I talked about in this video, I will leave links to down in the description below. A lot of these accessories will even work with the USB-C iPad Pros, so 2018, 2020, and 2021 models. Let me know which of these accessories you might be picking up for your iPad Air or Pro. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me.